Hi everyone, let's assume that we want to work with Google Sheets from our n8n sequence. So in this video tutorial, we will know how to create the credentials for this and connect to our Google Sheets account. Alright, so the first thing we're going to have to do is to go to Google Cloud Console. And right now, I will create a new project in order to start from scratch. Let's call it tutorial. So right now I'll switch over to this project. All right. Okay. The next thing we're gonna have to do is to enable the Google Sheets API. So I'll search it here. And I will enable. Alright, so after enabling it, I was sent already to this page over here. So now I will go to this OAuth consent screen. And I will get started. Okay. So this test app. I'll pick my email for support. I'll choose external. The next, I also use my email. And I will agree and continue and create. Right, then I will go to audience. And I will add the email that I will be using for my Google Sheets account and Drive. Then I will go to data access and I will add all those scopes and update. Okay. Alright, then I want to go ahead and create the credentials. So I will go to this API and services and go to credentials. And I will create a credential and it will be an OAuth client ID. And it will be a web application and give it whatever name you want. And then we're gonna have to add the URL which we get, the URI which we will get from n8n. Okay, so make sure that you have your n8n sequence working right now over here. And you can go ahead and create credentials. And then you will go and pick the Google Sheets API. Yeah. And also you will be able to make this one using the same method. So we will continue. Okay, and right now I'll go ahead and copy this one and get back to my console over here and add it and paste it, and I'll create. And right now we got the client ID and the client secret, so I will copy them and get back to my n8n and paste them. This is the client secret. Okay, and right now I can sign in with Google. So right now this will pop up, and right now I'll pick whatever account and just keep going next until it gives me connection is successful. Now let's assume that you want to trigger an n8n workflow. You can do this credential over here, which is Google Sheets trigger account. It's using the same method. So what I have done actually is that I have copied the same client ID and client secret into this credential over here, and it worked. And I was able to trigger my n8n sequence using, so I can just go ahead and create a credential. Okay, and I will go for Google Sheets trigger. Okay, and I just will get the same client ID and secret from this app I have created before, and just paste it here and go through the login process, and you will be fine. You'll be able to trigger trigger your n8n sequence from Google Sheets. What happens is that, okay, your n8n sequence will check your Google Sheets for example, every minute or every hour or whatever you define. Okay, and if it finds any updates on the Google Sheet, it will trigger the sequence. However, I don't like this method very much because it just works every minute or every hour. So sometimes you just want to trigger the sequence instantaneously, like as soon as you update the Google Sheet, you want the sequence to trigger. Okay, because maybe you have a lot of processes that will happen in series. So I don't find this method very practical if you have like a sequence of operations that you want to make in series. So what we will do in the next video is that we will get a webhook from n8n and trigger it from Google Sheets, so we can get an instantaneous trigger as soon as a Google Sheet is updated.